working on getting this microphone situated. My name's Deb. I have been coming on live at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for, I don't know, when I started it, it was going to be a 7-day thing coming on at 7 p.m. for only 7 minutes. The time limit was kind of something that just crept up by default. And figure things out here. Okay. So, and then it's become a thing. There we go. That's why that felt weird. Still messing with things. It takes a few minutes for people to get in here. I do usually try to post these videos back on YouTube. Sometimes that doesn't happen though. And the lives are meant to be a chance for interaction, open Q&A, and it's a good time for frequent watchers and viewers to jump in and hop in with any questions you might have after watching all the videos. But then I've also noticed that it draws in a lot of new people that may have otherwise skipped over the channel. So that's nice to have. Oh, I'm still messing with the microphone. I'm just looking at the little dot thing, waiting for people to come into the room. In the meantime, I guess I will just chat away. So, what did I put for the title? I think I put, oh, yeah, Be Your Fullest Self. Be Your Fullest Self. Really, just, I put that because I feel like everyone is always trying to do something to impress someone else, whether it's a sense, whether it's activities that we're doing, whether it's careers that we're chasing, whether it's clothes that we're wearing. I feel like deep down, there's always something that we're doing for someone else. And the reason I say this is because I've reached a point in my life where I've noticed a lot of my motivations and drives have been from motivation or of something of someone else. And not entirely, because I actually am really good at being authentic. So, you know, not to not be humble or anything. But there are times when I think of times that I felt really successful or really motivated and I wanted to think of what my mindset was like during that time so I could like relive that, right? Like, let's get motivated again. And a lot of the times with those motivation cycles, I learned that a lot of the motivation was due to wanting to impress someone else or get approval from someone else or fit in someone else, and not in like in a negative way. Sometimes it was just maybe someone that I admired and respected and I wanted to reach a certain level of expertise to gain their respect. Doesn't always mean that it's in a bad way, but it's just a way to be, it's just something to be aware of. I see that we have some people in here now, so welcome. I can see a quantity of people, but I can't see names. And so I'm not sure if you are subscribers, if you're familiar with the channel and have shown up ready to engage with some active Q&A, or if you're all new people that just stumbled upon here. So there is a chat box that I believe if you treat it like a comment, it shows up as a chat. I'm not sure if other people, I'm still learning the chats and I'm doing this from my phone, not a computer. So I don't have like the big double screen, all the options type thing. All right. Well, so we have a couple people in here. This is meant to be a live interactive Q&A. And ideally, I'm only going to stay on here till the marker meets at about 7 minutes, unless there's good conversation. Then I'll stay longer. So this live is titled Be Your Truest Self. Does anyone want to share in the chat what that might mean to them? Or I think there's a lot of different interpretations, and I've already gone over one of them. One of the other interpretations that I wanted to go over on this subject is people pleasing. I found that some people, they might find themselves in a position with, whether it's a person or a group of people. Hello, Lewis. And people will, they already have an established relationship, right? So it's already people that they love and respect and are liked, and it's reciprocal. And I don't know what you mean by that. Complete sentences are more than welcome here. So that helps out everybody. And okay. Again, I don't know if other people can see chats as well. I guess I should go jump on someone else's live and see how all that works. Maybe I could read some instructions. Anyways, the people pleasing aspect, I feel like I see a lot of people fall into people pleasing in an accidental sense of way where they think that they're just kind of going with the flow, not wanting to rock the boat or upset anyone. And yet I see that they're afraid to be their truest self and afraid to speak their opinion or their voice. And it's people can feel that. You can feel that, right? So when I say be your truest self, that's kind of what I mean by that. And all right, we are down to one person on here. All right, well, one more minute left, and then I'm probably going to hop out. So, this channel, it's called Awaken with Deb, and there are many videos on there. They're not structured, and so feel like your mind be losing grip. Actually, yes. In fact, today I came across a video that said you are not losing your mind, and I was like, I really needed that confirmation right now. Thank you. And so that's that. Mhm. Okay. Have a great night, Lewis. Have a wonderful sleep. Okay. And so, yes, I do feel like my mind is part of awakening is that your mind is going to feel like it's losing its grip. For the majority of people, we are raised the same as everyone else, and we're told to live the same as everyone else. And if you are on the journey of becoming a little bit more self-aware and awakening, as they call it, it's just self-awareness. It's just realizing that you have more options than what's been presented to you. And it's just kind of thinking outside of the box. And we've been Earth is designed as duality, so good and bad, and it's really hard for the ego to find that middle ground of the peace and conscious, like that, just that peaceful consciousness of equanimity. And that's where meditation can come into play and self awareness, practicing. And through that, you do start to realize if you're crazy. And not only that, but you start to reach a sense of so much self love and so much inner peace. But at the same time, everything else around you just crashed or disappeared. And then so you're left alone and you're like, well, if I'm so grand and awesome, like, what just happened? Because I'm all of a sudden alone and have no direction. That's kind of what going crazy can feel like. So if that's you, you're on the right spot. That's just one of the instances. There's been many times where I have felt like my mind has been going crazy, and I have dealt with many. Mm, I'm not going to say clients because usually when I'm dealing with other people that feel like they're going crazy, it's usually like personal friendships or people within the community. And they all have different stories, but the same thing of as they become more self aware, as they release everything, like if we're a computer and we have all those outdated programs and applications running, and we kick all that stuff out, like until we reprogram it with new visions, new desires, new realities, we're going to feel a little bit lost. And a lot of that has to do with the ego because the ego wants to grab onto something. Hello, Alam. I'm not sure if I said that right. Uh, from the trenches. I'm not sure what from the trenches mean. I would say, hey, you, DeVille, hello, passing through, say goodbye. Yes, well, then we'll have those people who are always trolls. Okay, I'm going to take a moment to moderate some comments here. It would be nice to do this on computer and have a lot more availability here. Let's do things like that in the ghetto. Well, and oh, DeVille, you were not the troll. There was a different person. Their name is gone now. The person with all the egg. Someone did a bunch of eggplant emojis, so that's we're not doing that. Okay. Uh, and not that you would have to share what you mean by saying that you're from the ghetto or from the trenches, to me, when people say ghetto, I want to think of full on movie theater type ghetto. And I, but like real life has such a different ghetto as well. Because if you want to talk, like, I would like to think that I'm, hmm, I don't know where to say this. Perspective can be very, very tricky. And I want to say that even if you feel like, even if you do live in the ghetto and you are in the trenches, that's not the end all be all. Like, you see in the movies, people get out, and it's true. People get out. I have seen it. I've been there. I don't, what I was stumbling on words is I don't know what you consider ghetto, but I feel like when I am unable to be picked up from school while pregnant at 15 years old because my boyfriend has to go to a gunfight from someone being held hostage over a video game console and or money, and like there's guns and gangs involved, like that's a thing. Or like there's stories, there's things there's I don't know if I can say this other thing on YouTube, but I mean, I have stories that I can't see on YouTube. Okay. And here I am. If you were to look at me and know me now, you would not expect that I have these stories, but I do. And so, if you're in the trenches, if you're from the ghetto and that's not where you want to be, then just keep your focus on where you do want to be. Don't focus on where you don't want to be. Don't focus that that's where you are. Focus on where you would rather be, and eventually your outer reality will catch up to you. I promise you, because that's how reality works. It has to work that way. Okay, so I think I lost at least a dozen people through the stuttering of the things there. And I'm not sure who is with us still. If there's anyone that wants to put in the comments, that's great. Otherwise, I am going to sign off. Once the videos get close to 20 minutes or longer, they do take a while to upload. And then by then it's like irrelevant and it's 2 days later. So, yeah, if for those that are in here, my name's Deb. I've been doing these live videos daily at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you want to show up again tomorrow, I will be here for that. Other than that, I am posting videos and shorts periodically every day, and they're just meant for inner bits of wisdom, meant for little insights, talking about things that a lot of people aren't talking about, and or presenting them in a way that's not cookie cutter designed by AI telling us how to create content. So, okay, I'm going to call it a day. Comments are inappropriate. Again, it would be nice to go one live without a troll or inappropriate comment person. They say that we create, like, that's what I would like to create. Oh, John, John, you are just too late. I am about to sign off. This video gets much longer. It won't upload, and but it is interesting to see that you haven't been okay. Well, I will. Sorry, I'm putting another person in timeout. The inappropriate comments. Okay. Wonderful. All right. It is the full moon. Definitely. That's kind of, actually was going to talk about the full moon, kind of part of the subject line, but it's full moon. Worldwide awakening is happening with this moon. So no matter where you are, embrace the energy and just feel the energy to your truest you, because that's going to create the biggest difference for yourself, for those around you, and for the collective worldwide. So have a beautiful evening, everyone. See you tomorrow.